Oh, and we got a nice little night game. Welcome back in YouTube. We got Brisbane and Sydney here. It was which one's which? So Sydney is player 1, Brisbane is player 2. This is our second game of round 14. What I like about this is about the bye rounds is that it makes it feel as though our progress is going by a bit quicker, which I mean it is. You know, to be able to go for a round, and there's only like 6 games in that round, to say that after this game we'll already be a third of the way through it. We'll only be spending 3 days on this round, as long as we're playing 2 games in each of them. Like, it feels good to have like a period of time right now where it's like that. And I know it means that in terms of the ladder, I mean sure, the ladder always means something, but it'll mean at its most after the bye rounds have ended, which will be after round 15. Though we obviously will keep doing the end of the round video, because, well, why wouldn't we? But I'm aware that once we hit round 15 and all the teams are back having played the same amount of games, that's when we look at it and really see where it's at.
Sets up a foot race. It pitches near the 50. Who has the numbers? It's a nothing.
A throw in.
Out of play.
Right out of bounds.
With us. What do you make of this one, Gaz?
Both sides pride themselves on winning contested footy. There'll be no backward steps taken today.
There you go. Well, Mr. Brisbane's. Get rid of that. Nope, back with Sydney.
Feeling the heat. Attracted a crowd.
And it'll be a bowler.
Umpire's ball.
The last game that we had, in terms of AFL wise, the other game was Port Adelaide and Geelong, and it was quite decent. I think it was a good game, worth watching. With this, well, I like to think all of them are worth watching because I'm the one doing them. But no, games have been worth more watching. It was. I liked how it turned out. I do like how it turned out. Hopefully we can get more of the same in this one. You know, great to see. Demi Reid, he's got 10 goals for the season. Let's see if he can make number 11 right here. Get Cindy's first.
That's offline.
He's missed it. What am I looking for? Oh.
Not a gimme goal. Yeah. Probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
Okay. Mr. Denny Rich.
He's off. Rich with
oh, God. Anyway, as I was going in between games and I was just like trying to think of things through my head, I was just... I do like to think about at times how crazy it is that even anything really exists. Like I was just looking at it and being like, whoa, this window was so cool. Can you believe this window is real and stuff? It's like, you look at them and just be like, yeah, that's just a window or whatever. But like, there's a time when windows didn't exist, and like the glass and all that stuff, like we hadn't really, not like we had worked out how to do it all. We have double-sided mirrors. We have mirrors at all. We have single-sided mirrors, you know?
This should end in a shot at goal.
It's all kind of crazy that we even have all these things. And they have the functions they do, you know? Mr. Hayward, let's see what you got.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
Well, you can't afford to dwell on it. Just got to make sure you get the next
one. It's a good question. What is the greatest invention in the world that ever has been made? Mr. Franklin, I feel like it would have to be something that would have to have been created quite a long time ago. I think the toilet is a really good one. That should be considered very high up there. I do think that people might consider sliced bread one of the best. People might look at the internet. I don't know if the internet is the greatest thing, even though I'm like always on it. I just think the reason I say that, I think it would be easier. Like, I think if you really came down to it and said, hey, what would you rather live without? Would you rather live without a toilet or the internet? I think I'd rather live without the internet. You know? Like, in actual use. It would probably be better. Although at the same time, it's like, would you be able to try and build a new toilet? You know, which have to start from scratch and everything. It's an interesting one.
He's having a go, but that's not his best.
He's missed it.
It was always missing.
Trying to work out what the greatest invention is.
He's off.
I wonder if people have done it like, you know, like March Madness, like the March Madness bracket with the NCAA basketball tournament. I wonder if anyone's done that for like greatest invention of all time.
Can he hit a target?
And just try to do it through brackets.
Into space and receives the footy. That's skillful.
Get rid of that. The light bulb is pretty good. Electricity. Like electricity is better than the internet because without electricity you can't have the internet. So electricity is better than the internet. Cars are good.
McInerney palms it down. McCluggage.
But electricity is probably better.
Cops some unwanted attention. He's besieged.
How the hell does electricity even work? You know, you just put things together and it's like electric things.
Bad error there. Him down. He's generally a good kick. Parker.
Mr. Parker.
Can they get another one? Neil.
That's going to be with Brisbane. He gets rid of the ball. Little kick for Neil.
Have won it back.
McInerney.
Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Defense.
Brisbane will get this from. To pick it up. It's smother it. Kicks right into him.
Parker runs on. Solid tackle.
And we'll have a ball up.
And they'll reset.
I wouldn't even be totally shocked if I... Okay, I don't want to go through like this whole game just talking about what is the greatest invention. But I could also just be like, oh my god, this thing, that's a cool thing. Mr. Berry, well done. Very good.
Great team goal. They keep playing like that.
Sliced bread, electricity. Sliced bread, electricity.
Good ruck work and good run.
Maybe I'm speaking. I feel like I could be speaking from a recency bias perspective in terms of what I've lived in.
McInerney palms it down.
I feel like electricity's cooler, you know, but at the same time, it's like you're gonna want food, you know. So things that have to do with making it easier to do food is a good thing. What am I thinking of? Like, ovens are good. Microwaves as well. Ovens are probably better than microwave. You can probably just do more things with them. Have more things in there. Washing machines. Drying machines, you know.
They're moving the footy quickly. Andrews.
Get rid of this. Do things with clothes. They definitely wouldn't be the greatest in the world, but they are very good. Make things a bit simpler for us. You know, I know, like when it comes to like, like we don't have to go and like dry things out in the air, you know, and just rely on the weather. We're able to just put it inside a machine. That's pretty cool.
Mills gathers on the forward. Time to measure the kick.
Although I'm like old enough. I'm old enough. And my parents and stuff are old enough for me to remember early on in my life having a little clothes horse in the backyard, you know, that clothes would go up on to dry. I'm just old enough for it, you know. If I was born maybe a few years later, probably wouldn't be. Get rid of this one.
He put himself in.
Gonna get that. That's Dunkley handball.
Sloppy hands and
with
they've
Picky.
it over. Throws it on the boot. Gardner got a fist in. McCluggage.
Over with McCluggage.
Neat little stab kick. McInerney.
Who can you get it to? Hey.
Danaher is a beacon in that forward line.
If he can nail this first shot at goal,
see what he can get here.
For a big day.
Joe Danaher goes for goal. He's missed it.
No, he can't.
That's unfortunate.
Missed one he should have got and let him off the hook.
Let's get the kick down there. Mr. McCartan.
Can keep it moving. That's not
handball it.
Stevens.
Grunt work. I do wonder, right? Because we look at it and say, like, us as humans, we're able to have all these things. We have all these dryers and electricity and stuff. I wonder if there's going to come a time when, like, another animal, you know, develops in a way where they get this stuff too. You know, that, like, they are suddenly, like, catching up to humans in terms of, what's the word? evolution.
Thought about the corridor. Reed.
I can't think of the word exactly.
Time for the Crummers to go to work.
But can you imagine seeing like a monkey like doing something and like creating computers and everything?
Gives the handball away.
And it's just normal.
He's got it.
Hey,
So often he provides great energy for them up front.
dog scientist. I wonder if there'll come a time where we're able to like implant our brains into like animals. Like, you know, there would be people who would want to do it. Like, if you can think of something, you're gonna find someone who's gonna want to do it, I'd imagine.
Stevens. It's a desperate tackle. Who was the target there? Can they keep the footy this time?
Like, I'd imagine there'll be people who will want to do that, and then you've got like little dog scientists going around, or like trying to go around.
A good kick here.
That's who was with Mr. Stevens.
Forward they go again.
Oh, another mark for Sydney. Comes back with Brisbane.
Might be able to
I was I think this was yesterday. I ended up seeing a thing about how people are able to get like surgeries to like increase their height. So it's like you intentionally break the legs, and then there's however many months or whatever of I guess rehab for the bones and everything to stretch out. It's just like I hear that, I'm just I feel like it's like scarier than stuff in freaking movies and stuff. To know it's like, oh my god, like actually it creeps me out more, you know? Because the story I was hearing was like a dude who was like 5'8", who was like, oh my god, I need to like be taller, and so like spent like however much money, and it got him to like 6'3", you know? I'm just like, dude, you're 5'8", man. I think you're fine, you know? Oh my god. Let's see what can happen here. Last kick of the quarter. It is offline. So it'll be Sydney heading into the second quarter with an 8-point lead.
An absorbing first term comes to an end. This one looks like it'll be close. Time to check in with Gary.
The Swans have put in a strong performance so far. There's still a long way to go, of course, but they've laid down a template for how they can beat this side.
Well, that makes me wonder, is there any part of my body that I would like actively want to like get changed? You know? Not based on like a health reason of like, oh my god, there's this health thing, I feel like I might need to get some sort of surgery or whatever, try and fix it. I just mean like, basically like the plastic surgery stuff, you know? Something like that. Would there ever be something where I'm like, hey, I want to change this about myself, and like, what's that thing going to be? Like, could I one day look at my belly and be like, oh my god, I had all that, I had put in that work, I lost that weight, but I still got this belly fat, you know, I still got that loose skin, and I've had it for all these years. Am I going to get to a point where I'm like fed up with it? I'm just like, you know what? I don't need it anymore. I'm pretty chill with it, actually. Like, at the moment, I'm pretty chill with it. I'm just like, okay, it's better than being fat.
What's he got on offer?
Doesn't bother me enough. I just wonder if I'll get to a point. That's just an example. I'm just like, am I gonna want to do that type of surgery? Get that going. Try and flatten it out, you know? I don't think I'm ever gonna be the type of person, like at least with the way it is, the way that my skin is, that I'm ever going to be like, if I tried hard enough, oh my god, look at those abs. Maybe if I really went for it and wanted it, maybe I could, but I doubt it, at least with how it is. Maybe if a surgery happened, then it would open up that possibility. But am I really that invested in getting abs? No. I'd rather just feel good about myself, you know? Oh goddamn. Well, actually, I'd rather just my like shoulder and stuff just feel better so I can do push-ups again. I miss push-ups.
Goals have been tough to come by. Got to make the most.
I haven't done them in however long. I'm trying to rest this thing, but it won't. That's not a good kick.
That's a shank.
Yeah, that's not a very good kick.
Brings it out wide. Not often you see a
Alright then.
spoiling
The
ball.
Brisbane
Neil.
gets the ball.
Slick hands.
Danny Rich. And they get it.
Away.
And they get the mark. Who has it?
Stevens.
It's
Got
with
to the
Sydney. Handball it back.
Good kick. Hayward. Greg Williams
Over this
would have
way.
been proud of that
Mr.
one.
Mills. I could imagine like myself getting a surgery on my nose. But like it wouldn't be necessarily in just like purely cosmetic.
He's so clean with the
My whole reason of thinking of that is that I'm pretty sure like I got some sort of problem in there. I'm pretty sure I got some sort of problem. That like affects my breathing. I'm pretty sure, and the way that I talk. I feel pretty decently confident on that. So it's like it's the type of thing I'd have to go get checked, you know?
Can they get something going?
But I think that's true. I'm just trying to think of exactly how long ago that really started. I feel like it's been around for maybe a couple of years, 2 or 3 years maybe. Never really got it checked out. I'm just like, I'm good enough. Not feel like it's an emergency, but
goes back with the handball.
It sure would be nice.
He's besieged.
A little ball up here.
But the umpire will have it. The two big men do battle.
I find it.
Neil closed him
It's
down.
interesting when I think of like, what does it mean to be an authentic person? And then I think of like, you'd be like, oh, plastic surgery. Well, that's obviously fake because it's not the way that you grew and stuff. But then because I like tend to get around to thinking like authenticity is about like being able to do something consistently. Like, what is more consistent than like plastic surgery? You get it done and it's there, you know.
Parker, he's lost
like
possession.
But it's I don't know, you know.
Sloppy disposal and a turnover.
Go over this way. I did think about like my general the way that I look at like people who get plastic surgery and stuff like that. I'm like, well, like, even now I'm still like, yeah, I mean like it's not like a real, it's not like
This is what it gets
real
to kick these goals.
nose and stuff and all that, and whatever. I also look at it and be like, well, if people want to go do it, like that's fine, they can go do it. Go over here, yeah, with Mr. Sydney.
That'll boost his confidence.
The Lions are stuck in second gear.
Could you imagine, like, if
pretty quickly.
I have to believe there has to be some countries somewhere that like outlaw plastic surgery, you know, like for like recreational, rather than like it being based on health conditions. Those are the things, like even people who want to like get their legs broken so then they can try and be filled with metal rods to try and increase their height. Like, look, if people want to go do it, like, sure, go do it, man. You know? Get rid of this.
Now it's someone else's
Gonna be with the kicks.
Under pressure. That's generous.
Over here.
The other way. Out wide with the kick. Lions has found
if people want to go get their arms chopped off just because they don't want their arm, okay, go do it, I guess. Your arm, you know. Over here.
You can see
why not?
Confidence growing. Reed.
Mr. Reed, kick it in. Can they get the mark?
With purpose and poise.
No, the crumbs. Kick it. Who is it? Heaney. He's missed it. It's offline.
McDonald.
No score. Okay.
And out of bounds.
Gary, what have you noticed down at ground level?
The Lions just aren't getting the ball inside their forward 50 enough. Maybe it's time to send one of the small forwards into the midfield.
Kick it. Oh, he's taken.
Dangerous place to lose it.
They're not calling. They called advantage on him.
Great pressure there.
And then
gets the reward.
Wow. Okay.
Got an option in the center square. Mills.
It's coming back.
An excellent grab.
You didn't get it to your guy. Go this way. No, get rid of that. Yes, keep it going. No.
The Swans.
That's where Franklin handballs.
Franklin.
Who is it? Stevens. Can you get the goal? There you go.
Coming up. What a patch they're having.
It's a gift, really, and he's taken full advantage.
20-point lead now for Sydney.
McInerney wins it down. Neil in the thick
Mr.
of it.
Berry.
They cannot keep
They
it
got
quiet.
so it's coming back.
Is there in defense.
Come out there. Oh, that's out in the full.
All
right then.
Any pressure there? That's a bad mistake.
There you go. Hey, oh.
It's like the Rock of Gibraltar.
Over this way.
Goes very wide. Rampage. It's hard to present. The Swans.
Well, there's something I wonder. At least from like a physical perspective, like are any of us as people like truly authentic? Like at least in a physical sense. Because it's like you do like a little bit of work here and there in terms of like the obvious one is like, oh, there are people who do makeup, so it's like, oh well, that's not like the natural face and stuff, but it's like I trim my beard and all that stuff, so it's like, is this like an other, is it, you know, it's like it's grown from within me, but then like it's altered, the appearance of it is altered. How authentic, how inauthentic is that? It's not like a physical thing, but like even using like deodorant and stuff, like that's like you're using a deodorant, you're using a perfume, a deodorant, something to like alter the way that you smell, like it's not your natural smell, right? So it's like I actually think it's a decent point of like, if there's someone who's like upset that people use makeup and plastic surgery stuff to alter their physical appearance, and like, well, do you use deodorant to alter the way that you smell? You know, like you're putting an alteration out there, an inauthentic thing about yourself. I think that's decent. It's probably better than decent. Get rid of that. Handball it.
He's caught.
Little kick.
Got them on the overlap.
Just get the goal, please. There you go. I was a little worried making him play on that it was going to backfire, but they got the goal.
He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
Up with Sydney. Handball it.
It's a great contest. He'll be annoyed by that.
Yeah, kick it down. It's to the pack. They have numbers on it. Okay then. Price Golden's down there, but alright then. Handball it. Cunningham, who can you get it to? Oh, that's coming back, I think. It is. With Brisbane, handball it. Not the way I wanted you going with that, but alright then. If you want to give Sydney an opportunity, like that's up to you, I suppose.
So far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
Hayden McLean, he is back in the side. It's been a while since he's been in the team. We'll see if he can get the goal here. It's coming back. Is it on? There you go. Very good.
Some good ball movement there created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
The Swans are taking it right up to their more fancied opponents.
The more fancy? Yes, Brisbane, the Lions, they're so fancy. Let's get the kick. I always wonder, like, how did accents even become, how did they even really develop? You know? And then the old regions, they're all different. Oh, got rid of this. Like, I always just wonder if there are like people who are like richer, who like purposely talked in a way that was slightly different, trying to distinguish themselves. And that's hard to become. And then because they were just spending so much time talking like this, then perhaps over in at least British land, it just developed over time to become more natural for them. I just wonder how that happens.
Stevens, McCluggage, Rayner, that's a give up. Spills out in the tackle.
Get rid of this.
It's no place.
It's a 20-point game right now. We have under a minute to go in the first half.
McInerney wins the tap. McCluggage.
Little kick. Oh! It could be time for one more. It goes in Sydney's 50. Can they get the mark? No! Comes with Brisbane. Handballs out. Oh, God. Franklin! Oh, did he get it? Yeah, he got it. I was worried for a second that he actually missed it.
The Lions haven't been able to respond. They look gone. Good ruck work.
Over with Sydney again.
He's under close attention.
Okay. Warner, a little kick. Did they get the mark? They get it.
An opportunity here to extend the halftime margin. One
last shot. I remember that. I'm pretty sure it was McLean who had the last shot in the first quarter as well. I don't know, that just came in my head. And he gets the goal this time. Sydney will go into the second half. They will have a 32-point lead, and we'll be right back to see how the game turns out. Okay, we are back here. Fantastic. I was just thinking, literally right before I came and sat back down, I literally just had it through my head. I was just thinking about goal, you know? It's goal. I was just like the fascination of like, how the hell did goal just get so like, valuable, you know? Like if you like really think about it, it's just like, gold has like, literally does nothing. It's just shiny. But it's like, yes, exactly. it's shiny. That's like its whole value, you know? But, okay, what does gold actually do? It looks cool, and it's like, and then just from that, simply, that's how it became, that's how it's become like so unbelievably valuable, you know? Like, in my head, I guess it's just because when I see gold, I'm personally not like so impressed by it so like to me I'm just like, well, what the fuck is this whole thing about people caring about this so much as much as they do, and why does it work so much? But like, yeah, it's just I literally just like went through my head right there, Mr. Heaney. But I'm kind of like that as well with like clothing and other things where it's like where there can be, I guess, you know, like the brand names where it's like, oh, it's the expensive brand name, but then I'll look at it and be like, yeah, but like the functionality, like the functionality of like that shirt and how it is, it's like, dude, you can just get like a 20, like something like so much cheaper, you know? It works the exact same, perfectly fine with, but maybe that's just because, dude, they like really like to jump on people apparently.
This deserves a goal. Should be.
Maybe that's just because of, in my life, I haven't had to like impress people, you know, with the way I dress and stuff. So I haven't like gone out to be like, that thing's so important because of what other people think of you when you wear that. Like that's probably like actually like a lot of the reason. That would be fascinating. Imagine if it got to a point where like the way that people view you and the way you dress, like just for whatever reason, suddenly just it didn't matter to people. How much money would be spent on clothing then? I feel like it would just be like so much less. But I guess like something else would take its place, right? Something else to like showcase like, hey, look at me, I have money and stuff. Get rid of this. Like, it makes sense of like why you would want to flaunt money in a way of like, because you're like, oh, if you showcase that you can buy something, then people look at you and like, oh my god, that person can get me stuff potentially if they like me enough. That's valuable. So like, it makes sense. But yeah, but at the same time, if you're flaunting money to like use that as a way to attract people, then that's what it is about you they're attracted to. So then, if you ever find yourself in a situation where maybe you don't have that, they're not going to be around, you know? Get the kicks. Oh! You are what you attract. That's the saying. That's what they say.
Ashcroft takes an excellent
grab. God damn it.
He must have heard footsteps.
Over this way.
Runs onto it. Row bottom. Panic
that's
pressure.
Not a mark. The handballs.
Get them out of trouble. The Lions should be.
Can you get it to it? You can. That's with Cameron. Get the kick in. Into the 50.
They need to hit the scoreboard.
Can they get the mark? No, they cannot. Handball it back. Oh.
That could prove costly.
That could have been better. Could have been better.
Gets back and should repel. I've liked his game.
Coming back. Handballs.
Turned over on centre wing. Ashcroft. Berry.
Oh, get rid of it, Jared. Okay, he's got it out.
Stevens.
Who has it?
Didn't need to
Sydney.
be asked twice.
Get the kicks. In the middle. Kick it. Yay. Can they get the mark? Yes. See, I literally could tell that Sydney was going to get the mark just based on how many people they had. Like, right before it, that split second, I'm like, it's the mark. You can sort of tell that usually.
But he still found a way to kick a couple.
The Swans.
It's very rare that if there's someone being outnumbered, they're gonna be getting that mark. Very rare.
Forcing them out wide. Gardner runs onto it. Coleman.
Little kick here.
A punt towards the boundary.
Benny Rich get the kick on. He's gonna be tackled. Yep.
He had power opportunity.
And that'll be 50.
Excuse me.
They're irrepressible
what the?
At the moment.
Okay. Didn't know 50 meters were in this now. But I don't know what the 50 was for either. Okay. That's a back with Sydney. Handballs it. Got the Franklins. But it is nice that 50 meters is in it. Like, that's cool. I just don't know what the hell it was for. But isn't that But isn't that how it is with the
That's
AFL?
been deemed
We don't know why.
And fair enough too.
Searching kick. Wilmot.
Little kick here. 40-point game. Is it possible for Brisbane to come back? With the 6 goals, 6, 7 goals. There is plenty of time, so I guess it's possible, but definitely unlikely. Especially with Sydney going in here again. 2-on-1. Should be able to get that mark. Oh, but no. Handball it out. Come on. I'll get rid of it. That could be holding the ball. Okay, it's not.
The defenders will need to be on guard. Who can get the clearance?
Brisbane.
Terrific.
Okay, never mind.
No free
Let me get the ball up.
And they've got a stoppage in a dangerous position.
Over here with Sydney Swans. Warner, I think. Oh, he's missed it.
Some good work to create that shot on goal, but unfortunately,
just kick it. Just kick it, Danny. Franklin! Oh, he's taken. That's holding the ball. I just kind of assumed that he'd be able to break the tackle, and then we'll just try and kick the goal. I went all hero mode. Didn't work out. A one-on-one. No mark. Comes to Sydney. By himself. That's a good kick. There's another one. We got Carden. Well, he's come up the ground quite a bit. Really? Oh, not to be. Thought he might be able to get it. Didn't happen. Handball it. Nope, get rid of that. There you go. Danny Rich gets the kick.
Gets the kick away.
It's coming back. Oh, back with Brisbane. Oh, no. Get rid of that. Thank you very much. Handballs, the little kicks. Who you got to it? Over with Franklin. Oh, this is oh God.
And hang on.
Okay.
They'll need to be more careful than that. Normally delivers.
Get rid of that one. Another one. Franklin kicks the goal.
What a game he's
Was that Franklin? Yeah, sure. I was confused just because he kicked with his right foot.
No wonder they're looking for him when they go forward.
The Swans.
But now the margin is 47 points.
Gets his hand to it. Neil.
Oh, get rid of this. Usually, I would be a little bit upset that there was a blowout happening. But with the way our games are going, and it feels like a mix now. It feels a bit more of a mix. It doesn't just feel like blowout after blowout. So it's not that bad. But we'll see what we can get going with Brisbane as well. See if it comes back a bit. Mr. Gunston gets the goal.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
The Lions with a much-needed goal. Bailey
Over with should they get rid of that? Here's this to the right.
Haywood, McInerney, he's set upon.
Ball up, I think. Yep.
They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Good ruck work. Neil. Some people can't kick that far. McKenna.
Into the 50 for McKenna. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Can they get the mark? No. Comes with Sydney. Kick it to your left.
Can he hit a target?
There you go.
Has found some space.
That is with Rampy.
Hand pass. They're cutting them.
Handballs.
Reed.
Get rid of it.
Good vision there.
Staying in. He does.
Does well under pressure.
Over with Lloyd.
Gathers it cleanly on the wing.
Into the middle. Into the 50. Marked. Yes.
And this is
Let's go back. Try and get this goal here.
He'll take something special, but maybe it's that.
I'm not sure. We'll go from the 50. We'll go with it. I was tempted to try and pass it off, but
he's got 2 already.
Maybe we should have. Maybe it should have been a pass off.
That's skillful. McKenna.
Over with McKenna. Handball.
Good handball. Lester.
Not who I was looking at, but it works.
Gives it everything. McCartan with the big fist.
Paddy. Get the little kick over here.
Kick. He's hit up the lead.
You know what's unrealistic is that Paddy McCartan doesn't have a helmet. I realized, wait, does he usually play with a helmet? Yeah. Because of all his concussions. Mr. Mills.
He's already got 1. Now he's got 2.
Yay. God, imagine like just in sports in general, just how many more concussions there would have been in the past that just weren't really recorded, or even were recorded, but then the people kept playing. You know, kick down there.
They desperately need.
Can they get it? Yes.
Will save his teammates blushes.
It's been a dark day, but that was a more positive passage of play, and it should result.
He has 1. Can you get number 2? Come on, the goal. Goals? Yes. Well done. Well done to him. He's got 2 goals now.
They've got 1 back. Let's see if they can double up.
They're gonna need to get consecutive goals though if they want a chance here. They got an opportunity. Charlie Cameron. Hey, 2 in quick succession. Well done. Brings it back to 35.
Maybe there's a glimmer of hope. Just a glimmer.
And a handball. They almost had it.
Squeeze the kick. They could be vulnerable here.
Another one.
He's got support.
Danny Rich.
How will he
Gets rid of it. Just get the kick, can ya?
He's everywhere at the moment.
Just over a minute to go. Little handballs on here. There's still time for another goal. Someone down there. Who is it? It's Hayward. Runs onto it. Kicks it in. Coming back. Oh, that was actually a nice tap. That's actually a pretty nice tap. But with Brisbane, he kicks it down. Right into the 50, damn. Over here, can you get the mark? Yes, you can. It is Darcy Wilmot. He is a right footer. That helped tell me to pick over here. That might be a miss, we'll see. That's coming. Oh. Not to be, he has screwed it up. And we will go into the last quarter. It will be a 34-point game with Sydney having the lead. And I'll be back just in a moment. The final quarter begins. 85 to 51. Sydney lead. Can they hold on? Brisbane were pushing. They were pushing near the end of that. Showing that they are still alive in this game. Oh, get the kicks. He gets the handball. McInerney. Oh, that's off. Oh well. Okay, but Brisbane are showing. It was looking like Sydney were just going to run away with it. But it's good to see. Brisbane are fighting. Who just wants to run around in a circle, I see. Could have been better. Little kick in. Oh, that's not little. But it's to the pack. Who's going to get it? Brisbane, handballs. Oh, it's not open. He has taken. It is a ball up. Anyway, as I was coming back, I ended up just coming across a photo, and it was just making me think. It was making me think about how photos are so cool, man. I've never. I know, like as I grew older, I found myself becoming less interested in having photos taken, especially in my teenage years. I would avoid it about as much as I possibly could. I guess in like the recent years, I'm a bit more mellowed out about it, about having my picture taken. But still, I guess it's like having my picture taken by someone else. Like picture taken by myself, of myself. Usually I'm actually like, I can do that, you know? Get rid of that. Oh, but this ways. Mr. Stevens gets it in. Oh no. Okay, get it out there. But yeah, I was just seeing like a picture of like my parents when they were like younger. It's so interesting, you know, to see like the old ones as they were younger. Actually, like decent, like not. Oh god. I just realized like the ages that they would have been. No, they would have. No, they would still be at least 10 years old. Ignoring the corridor for now. Actually, I'm just trying to think it through. I think that they would still be about 10 years older than me. He doesn't waste many. Blakey. At least my mum would. But that's so weird to like realize that at some point, like you get closer and closer to the age that your parents were when they had you. What the fuck am I gonna do then? Am I gonna look at myself and be like, and see where I'm at, you know? Compare it? Oh god. The Lions finishing strongly. I thought for sure they were going to get that. Oh well, didn't happen. It's ball up though. The equation is 27 points. What is it? 15 minutes to go. Definitely doable. Gets the kick. Over to Reed. Kick it this way. Who can you get? Be patient and wait for an opening. Not enough talk out there. Yeah, but you didn't want to like go mark that. I forgot for a split second which team was which controller. That's not great. Cameron. Keep going. They can go in the 50. Did you get the mark? No. They got crumbs. It's a tough game. Ball up. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. But yeah, like the invention of like cameras and stuff and the history of cameras. It's like we look at it and be like, oh my god, we just have our phone and there's the camera. That's our camera. It's all simple. It's like I was always born, like being born in the late 90s. I feel like gave me like that interesting ability, timeline, in that I'm just old enough to like be there for like the ending of like things from the previous generation, while also being young enough to experience the things as they're coming through. I feel like that's the timeline of being born in the late 90s, but then again, that's also like I have like elder siblings who are like, I have 3 siblings that are all at least 10 years older, so there's like part of that as well, where like I have like the hand-me-downs from the previous generation. Oh! But like I still remember those cameras, like I don't know what would be like Kodak or stuff. We had to like, you have to like, it's the handheld cameras. Oh god. But like that, I remember that just being the normal camera. And before all the times with your phones and everything, and all these electronical gadgets.
Too little, too late, but this isn't beyond the realms of possibility.
The Lions haven't thrown in the towel.
Go over here, Mr. McKinnis. Check it in there. Oh damn, he's fine. Okay, the pack comes over. Oh!
Closed him down.
Okay, so what's that now? 21 points, just over 10 minutes to go. Brisbane are coming.
Good ruck work.
Can you kick it? No. Can you get rid of it? There'll be a ball up then.
Rinse and repeat.
Ooh!
McInerney showing his skills.
Over this way.
This is great pressure.
Oh, he drugs the tackle. Handballs.
Bailey.
Has he got it? Mark? No. Can I get it?
Can he snap it?
Incorrect disposal. The opportunity was there right then. I felt like something was going to happen. I thought a score was coming. Not to be. Come over here. Get in.
Have denied them the corridor.
I'll just give it back. Okay, you got Mr. Blokey. Oh.
He's completely shanked it.
That's what they call a good old-fashioned clanger.
The clock is the enemy now. Wilmot.
With Brisbane. Gets the kick in the 50.
They're putting them under all sorts of pressure.
That is with.
No wonder the forward
very good.
Frustrated.
Very good. 2 on 1. Yeah, so it comes to Sammy Reid. He kicks it in.
Blasts away.
So the numbers for Sydney are coming, but okay, over there. The crumb. Oh, doesn't get that. Get rid of it.
Bailey.
Handball again.
Slick hand.
Again.
Coleman.
Yes. Little kick out here.
His field kicking is normally first.
Mark the ball.
Warner has a paddock in front of him.
Mark the ball. It's coming right to you, man.
Stoppage coming up on the wing.
Oh, 8 minutes left. 4-goal game. Brisbane will have to just. I think if Sydney just get 1 goal, it's probably just over like that. So they go in here. Oh, he was by himself. If that kick was better. If that kick was better. Especially if it wasn't out in the full.
This might be a
lot of Sydney players for that. Yep.
Got to the full.
Little kick.
Great play.
Mark with Stevens. He goes to the square. It's marked. McDonald.
To make it effectively a 5-goal game.
Finish him off. Finish him off, Logan.
There goes the kick, and he's put it through.
The Swans have got it in the bag.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at breaking point.
5 goals. I mean, technically it's not over.
The winner there.
It's over. You really think Brisbane are getting 5 goals in this?
Good tackle. Just shovel
in this amount of time?
Ashcroft.
Another handball.
Williams would have been proud of that one.
Oh! The opportunity was there to get that one.
With a chance for a stoppage goal. The 2 big men do battle.
With Sydney. Handball. Very good.
Quality hand pass. Florence.
That's a nice kick. Also wastes a little bit of time. Kicking it in front like that. It might be insufficient intent.
That is harsh, umpire.
I actually think that's really fair.
Recognizing the urgency.
But the point was to just try and waste some clock for him. Go over here with the Brisbanes.
McInerney.
Oh!
Bailey.
Little kick in.
McCluggey.
Can you get it?
Can he be the final?
Oh my God!
Blakey, can you believe it? Oh, that's incredible.
It was great, yes!
Amazing. Lloyd.
Dude, the freaking... Okay, I love the specky marks in here, though.
Hickey.
In the game. Those look
Just
great.
has to hit a target. Reed gets
Not always realistic, but I don't care. They don't need to be realistic if they're awesome. Another goal for Sydney.
The Swans looking every bit of top 8 side at the moment.
The Swans clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. Stevens.
For McInerney, they go on the 50.
They're playing with
4 minutes to... Oh, don't get the mark, okay.
Needs help.
Clean.
He's missed.
Wow.
He's clearly had a big impact on this match, but that impact could have been
Okay, so Danny Rich just got to do what they can. Brisbane, can they get the mark? Nope, they can't get this one. Little kick this way.
The Lions guarding the corridor.
Sydney again.
Strong mark. They've
The golden. Look, get rid of it. Who's that with? Warner. Stevens.
He hasn't kicked it.
Can they get a mark? No, but it does go over. It gives them another point.
And finally,
We're at 35. Just over 3 minutes to go now.
Straight down the guts. Generosity is a wonderful quality.
I was saying that if someone's outnumbered, usually they're not going to get the mark. Yes, sometimes they will.
Time to measure the kick.
No mark for anyone there. Handball it.
He's so
It's a nice kick, but they don't get it. It is intercepted. Oh, Golden. You got Stevens. Handball.
That's a good option. And
Get Pickett. Another one out here. There you go.
Can get it and go. Read it well.
Could have been better. Definitely could have been better.
They've given it back.
Little kick backwards.
The kick is wide and out of bounds on
Okay,
the
then.
ball.
sometimes footy comes down to who makes the field.
Thought someone would be there.
Could anyone get to the drop zone? The Swans have all
this
the
way.
answers.
Kinda like
Just
that.
waiting for the right moment to
There are
press
people.
go.
And another one.
Some indirect ball movement here.
I saw someone else.
Warner picking
There you go.
his way
Who is it?
through. Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd.
Dangerous to leave on his own. The Lions
Chipping it around now.
tail. Papley.
Go on to the 50.
They're
Then they
moving
get over
forward
100
quickly.
now.
Warner,
They got the ball.
Sweeping handball.
With Haywood.
With an
There you go.
opportunity.
Another goal.
Coming up.
Brisbane were pushing. They were making it interesting.
Hard for any team.
But in these last 5 minutes, so Sydney have been able to put it to rest. Oh, God.
In the center square. He'll be sore in the morning. Knew where the help was.
Get rid of it. It does.
He's running
For Sydney now. Handball.
Sloppy hands and they've turned
Over with Warner.
Warner. That's almost worth a
Okay,
kick.
I was thinking he was just going to keep it in.
Swans are playing.
Can you get another one? Nope. Handball that.
In the thick of it as ever.
Again.
Ashcroft, Berry,
Can I get
in the
one?
right spot.
Can I get something?
Probing ball.
Nope. Just bomb it. That's actually really... That's a good kick.
The Swans.
Won't score anything, but it was a good kick.
They didn't have it all their own
And that
way.
will be the end of this game here.
Above today.
It is Sydney getting the win.
Thanks for joining
Let's see what
us.
we had.
Hope you can be with
4
us
goals for
again the next
Franklin.
match.
It's been so long since we had a player score 4 goals. It feels good. And then some players to get 3 as well. Lucky Neil on top. He had 43. Actually quite a few Brisbane players on top. A lot of Sydney players with the marks. You had Jake Lloyd and Reed. They both had double digits. So it was Sydney getting the win here. We had 4 goals for Franklin. It was Lucky Neil leading the way with 43, but for Sydney it was Dylan Stevens with 40. And they get the victory over the Brisbane Lions by 41 points, 105 to 64.